So you want to buy yourself your first set of carbon wheels. In my opinion, that's a wise move. For reasons you're probably well familiar with, you'll be able to enjoy less weight, better aerodynamics and potentially more comfort. To guide you through the process of choosing which wheels could be right for you, I've created this video which is broken down into different sections, with each one hopefully providing useful guidance on every major part of the wheel selection process and how to ensure you end up with the right ones for you. An important place to start is, of course, budget. Carbon wheels can range from hundreds to thousands of pounds. The cost of a wheel set can be impacted by brand, material quality, and manufacturing processes, among with some other variables. I think it's wise to set a budget for yourself before you start shopping, mainly so that you don't get carried away, but also it works as a handy filtering tool to remove options from you that simply aren't right for you, and ensures you get the most for your money. I would recommend setting your budget to the nearest £500 or dollars because, as a starting point, this tends to work very well as a way to group together different levels of wheel set. Next up is a very important category indeed, choosing the right depth of wheel. There's no right or wrong when deciding how deep or shallow to go, you just have to consider the type of riding that you do and your own anatomy. Shallow rims that are 25mm or less are a better choice for cyclists who prioritise stability and handling over aerodynamics. Shallow rims offer better stability in windy conditions, making them a good pairing for those that live in wind-swept environments. But also for riders who weigh less, as lighter weight riders will be more susceptible to wind gusts. Shallow rims are also lighter in weight, which can help make your bike easier to ride when climbing hills. Deeper rims, with depths of 40mm or more, possess a different set of pros and cons. They are more aerodynamic and provide better speed on flat roads. They're well suited for riders who prioritise aerodynamics and speed over weight and stability. However, these rims are more likely to be affected by crosswinds, which can make them less stable in windy conditions. However, again, if you're a heavier rider, this might not impact you too much. In a nutshell, shallow rims are better for hilly terrain, while deeper rims are better suited to flat riding. If you care more about weight and stability, go shallow, or if you prioritise speed and aerodynamics, then you'll benefit more from deeper rims. We're going to talk about rim width now, and I'm going to keep this as easy to understand as possible because the subject can become quite convoluted and nuanced very quickly. When discussing rim width, there's two measurements you may hear bandied around: internal and external width. The internal rim width relates to the measurement taken between the two inside edges of the rim. The external rim width is the measurement taken between the two external edges of the rim. Over the past 10-20 years, these two measurements have slowly gotten bigger and bigger, especially with the introduction of bikes with disc brakes. That has allowed for cyclists to run wider and wider tyres. This in turn has allowed for greater comfort and grip while out cycling. So you can see why it's happened, right? To decide what rim width is best for you, it's a good idea to reverse engineer things and start with what tyre width you would like to run. 28mm is now the common choice for most road cyclists that favour performance. However, 30 and 32mm is often chosen by those who want extra comfort and grip. If you're in the former camp, then opting for something with a 20mm internal rim width will suit you fine. If, however, you'd prefer to run 30 or 32mm tyres, then you may want to look at something a little wider, like a 23mm internal rim width. Those wider tyres will still work very well on a rim with a 20mm internal width, but they'll perform just that bit better on something wider. By this point, you've already made some of the biggest decisions, but there's one more to consider. But happily, it shouldn't affect your purchasing journey all too much. Do you want to run tubeless or inner tubes? Like I said, this doesn't actually affect things too much right now, as many carbon wheels do come tubeless ready. But if you're eyeing up a pair and they don't say they're tubeless ready, then you may want to consider buying some rim tape and valves to get them ready. We've made videos in the past on how to set up tubeless tyres, so I'll leave a link to that in the corner of the screen. We're nearly there with finding the perfect set of wheels for you, but we have to ensure what you're looking at will actually be compatible with your bike. There's a number of things to consider, like axle type, wheel diameter, and brake compatibility. For instance, a wheel set designed for rim brakes may not work for a bike that has disc brakes. To work out what's right for you, check the spec sheet for the wheels that came with your bike and the specifications of the ones you're looking to upgrade to. Also, be sure the wheels you're wanting to upgrade to align with your intended use, i.e., don't buy mountain bike wheels for a road bike. Wheel sets often come with different free hubs depending on what group set your bike has. If you have a SRAM group set, then you'll need a SRAM free hub. The same goes for Shimano and Campagnolo. Some simple checks here will mean you don't end up buying rim brake wheels with a SRAM free hub body for a disc brake bike with a Shimano group set. You may see some chatter online about hooked versus hookless wheels. In my opinion, if you're unsure, just go for hooked rims. That's not to say that hookless wheels are bad, it's just that you need to ensure you fit hookless ready tyres to them, which can be an extra layer of confusion which you might not want to get into when you're buying your first set of carbon wheels. Finally, we're on to our last consideration, and this one kind of plays into the first one. Cost of maintenance. While this can be attributed to full bike servicing, I think it's at least important to give it a bit of a thought before committing to a super swanky set of wheels. More expensive wheels can come with fancy ceramic bearings, which are said to reduce rolling resistance and make you faster. But in reality, that saving is minuscule, and if that saving really makes a difference, then it's likely you're a professional cyclist. Bearings like these can wear out quite quickly and can be costly to replace. So while they may sound exciting, the reality is, for most people, they can be left alone. If you buy wheels from a reputable brand like Hunt, then you can choose the wheels you're after and opt for stainless steel bearings and select the right free hub for you, making the buying process much easier. I would always recommend buying from a well-known brand like Hunt. So I've left a link down below to the wheels that I've shown you in this video if you want to find them for yourself. If you have any questions about buying carbon wheels, then drop them down below and I'll do my best to answer them.